Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Sarah's Lifestyle. Welcome back. If you are new on this channel guys, you can always go back to my videos and be on the same page with everyone else. And please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Please guys, subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, it's free of charge, and so I'm able to bring you more content. Guys, today you saw me earlier on the breakfast video, which you can go back and look at. And what I'm going to do now is some easy chicken and asparagus. Easy chicken with some asparagus. And I just want to show you that you can prepare a meal in very short time, very delicious, simple, and chicken is something that cooks very quick and you can make it in many different ways. And the asparagus doesn't take any time either. And there you go, you would have a meal for the day. So come along with me, continue watching the video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So now guys, the first thing I'm gonna do is my chicken. And as you guys can see here in this bowl, I have some chicken breast, which I'm gonna wash with some vinegar and make sure it is washed really good. And I'm gonna put some vinegar in it to clean it up. Vinegar. And just, guys, I like to wash the meat with vinegar or either lemon, because what it does, it cuts the rawness of the meat. If you have fish or whatever, you always make sure you wash it down in some vinegar and lemon and run it through some hot water just to cut the smell of that rawness. And if you have any extra fatty skin, you can trim it off. Like here, we have a little fatty skin, so we want to trim it off. Because I don't like to cook chicken with skin. So usually when I have chicken, I usually take the skin off. The chicken breast don't have skin, but sometimes it have some extra layers of some fatty skin on it. So I just trim it off. This is pretty good. I won't have to do much. Like here, I like to cut because all of this is fat tissue. So I clean it off. See, all the skin comes off. Peel it off. The vinegar is what help peel it off good too. So see, all this need to comes off. Some people love to cook with the skin, and especially like if you're frying chicken and you leave the skin on, it tastes so good. But remember, the skin is fat. It's usually fatty. So now what I'll do, I just soak it in the vinegar and just rinse it off. Run it through some hot water. We don't want to leave it too long in the vinegar either, because once the vinegar stays too long in the chicken, it's gonna be a little bit sour. Unless you want sour chicken to eat, but we don't want it too sour. So we just rinse it off. What I'm gonna do is towel dry it and then cut it up and then season it. Okay guys, so now that the chicken is all washed, I cut it up. So now what I'm gonna do, I am gonna season it up. First thing I'm gonna do is add my salt. Salt to taste, sea salt. Then I am going to add my garlic powder. Then I'll add my cumin. Then my sage. Little curry powder. Not much curry, little bit. Add my paprika. And some black pepper. running out of spices. I gotta shop for more, but I have enough to last me until I'm ready. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm wearing gloves. Even though I'm the one gonna eat it, but still I'm wearing gloves and I'm gonna use my hand and combine all the ingredients with the chicken. And just let everything blend in together. So after I massage all the ingredients into the chicken, I'm gonna let it sit for a little while. And then when I leave it sitting for a little while, then I'm gonna, in the meantime, I'm gonna cook my asparagus. And I didn't tell you guys, but the asparagus is gonna be roasted. I'm gonna cook it in the oven. So I'll be right back. I got my asparagus and I'm gonna run it through the water. And the reason for this is just to make sure it is clean. So I just run it through the water. And I'm gonna let it sit on the towel, let it towel dry. We're gonna towel dry. And what I'm gonna do is cut the edges. These edges in the back. See, it's kind of dirty, and we're gonna cut it off. It's kind of rough looking. So we're gonna cut it. Cut the back of the asparagus. Where's this here? We can remove the tissue. Here. That's better. And then we continue cutting the back. Okay, so now that we have everything cut, I'm gonna get the tray that I'm gonna roast it in, and I'll show you what I'll do next. Let me move this up so you guys can see. And this is what it looked like. I already cut the back, and I'm gonna place it in the tray to go in the oven. Okay guys, so now I place my asparagus in the tray, the glass tray. And what I'll do next is pour some olive oil over it. Olive oil over it. We know that olive oil is good for us, so no fear in pouring the olive oil. Okay, so now that we pour the olive oil, we're going to sprinkle some salt over. Sprinkle a little salt over it. I'll sprinkle some salt. Then I'll sprinkle some black pepper. I don't want too much black pepper because I don't want it too hot. Just a little bit. And then after black pepper, then I'll pour some garlic powder. You can use the garlic, the whole garlic powder. You would have to crush it. But since I have the powder, I'm gonna sprinkle some garlic powder over it. And then next, I'll pour some Parmesan cheese over it. You can use the mozzarella. I don't have the mozzarella, so I'm going to use the Parmesan, which I have the powder. The grated Parmesan. So. And I'm going to place it in the oven for 15 minutes. So it's in the oven. I'm gonna leave it there for 15, maybe 20 minutes. We'll see. We just have to check on it to see, and then we'll see when it's done. So guys, these are the fresh ingredients that are going to go in the easy chicken. Here we got onions, cilantro, scallion, celery, carrots, potato. All of these going to be in the pot with the chicken. So in the meantime, what I'll do is heat up my pot or my skillet, and I'll just add my chicken in. Okay guys, so now I am going to add my chicken to my skillet. And I'm going to let it cook a little bit. Once the color starts changing, then I'm going to add my fresh ingredients. You can almost see that the color is already changing. So I'm gonna leave it there for a little bit, then I'll be right back. I'm gonna flip it over. As the color is already changed, you can see the color is changed. As soon as the color starts changing, once you put it in the hot oil, and you see the color change, then you flip it over on the other side. Oh, that's what I'm doing here. Okay, so we're gonna let the other side cook a little bit. In the meantime, I'll show you what else I'm gonna do. Okay, so in the same bowl that I seasoned my chicken, I add some water, and now what I'll do is add 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, and I'm gonna mix it in the water because this is gonna be my gravy. So I'm gonna mix this up with the water and just add some salt to taste. We're gonna add half a teaspoon of salt to taste. Okay, salt to taste. Okay, so now that my chicken is halfway cooked, I'm gonna add my fresh ingredients, my potatoes, my carrots, cilantro, celery, scallion, onions. Everything is gonna go in there. Everything. And I'm going to saute everything together with the chicken. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is just cover it until the whole thing melts down a little bit, and I'll stir it in all together. I'm just going to cover it, and once everything melts down, everything gets soft and it's at a level where I can stir it, I will just stir it. So I'm gonna cover it for a little bit. Be right back. Okay, so the asparagus is all done. So now we're waiting for the chicken. Once the chicken is done, then we're all done with dinner for today. Okay, so now that some of the spices are melted down, we're going to turn everything together. Make sure those potatoes and carrots are cooked. So we just stir it for a little bit. Let's cover it again. I'm going to add some fresh garlic and let it saute with it also. Although I already added the garlic powder, but you can add some fresh garlic in it also. Okay, I'm gonna leave it open now. Leave it there for a little bit. Okay guys, remember the cornstarch in the water that I mixed? I'm going to add it now to my chicken. And I'm going to let it cook. Let it cook on a low fire. I'm going to let everything cook on a low fire. I'm going to make it get to a boil. And I'm going to cover it and leave it on a low fire. Now that it's getting to a boil, I'm going to lower the fire, cook it on a low fire, and just put a cover on it. Okay, so now that it's getting to a boil, I'm going to lower the fire and just put a cover on it. And then we just leave it there and let it cook. And once it's cooked, everything will be all done. It's all done. It's all ready. So I'm going to display it now. So guys, the chicken with asparagus, roasted asparagus, is all done. I got my potatoes, carrots, and my whole bunch of fresh spices. And you know, you can have it with rice or pasta, but this is just sufficient for me today. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. So guys, you know what time it is. It's that time. Taste time. So let me show you what it looks like. It looks delicious, guys. Really nice. Asparagus, roasted asparagus with chicken, potatoes, carrots. Okay, so as I said before, so now we're gonna taste this delicious meal. We got the potatoes, carrots, and the chicken, and also the asparagus. Very tasty. The asparagus is delicious. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you guys in the next video. Bye.